Hey guys, this is Gabe Dimmick from the Baseball Rebellion, and this is the swing breakdown for Cody Bellinger in the 2017 Home Run Derby. So we're going to take a look here at his swing, and I've actually already done a breakdown on Bellinger, and I really like what he does. He has a little bit of an unconventional stance, just stands really tall at the beginning, starts with his bat really flat. And one of the things that I remember doing growing up as a kid was watching major leaguers, and I just remember always kind of mimicking their stances, and I remember even when I was older and didn't know anything about hitting, but was a player, and I always, whenever I went into a slump, I would always try to change my stance. I always thought that was a big deal, and since learning about the swing and studying it, one of the things that I found was that stances don't matter. It's how you move out of them. And so for Bellinger here, he starts with a really flat bat, really tall, just kind of relaxed up there, kind of similar to a Jock Peterson kind of guy. He gets compared to him a lot just because they play on the same team. But watch how he moves out of it. So he's again really tall here through his body, okay? But as he goes to stride, you're going to see he starts turning his hip back, but he's still pretty tall, right? And then as he goes into his landing, well, now he's got this kind of fold between his back knee, his back hip, and his back shoulder. So how did he get there? Well, he, again, loaded early on. He kind of coiled that hip back, and then as he was going forward, he pulled this elbow kind of up and back, and again, as he went into his landing, he let his head and his chest go toward the plate a little bit as his butt went out, almost in like a half squat or half deadlift position. And again, this fold here is going to be a powerful move because he's going to unfold again as he turns. So this fold is going to disappear as he goes to turn, and he's going to end up being straight again as he finishes. And that's, again, an important move. So one of the things I say to guys a lot is fold, unfold. So whether you start folded or you get folded, by the time you land, that's really the important thing, is that you get there, and that you get there powerfully in a loaded position with that back hip. So what you're going to see here is, I've talked in some of the other breakdowns about the heel switching, and you're really going to see that here with Bellinger. Watch his heels. So back heel is down, his front heel's up, and then boom, they switch. So back heel is up, and the front heel is down now. And so that's really where you can see the separation. His back knee turning forward, his chest still closed, his bat still up. And I really like this clip of Bellinger because, again, he gets compared to Peterson a lot. And one thing that I think about Peterson is that he struggles with low and inside pitches because he flattens his bat too much. He has to drop his hands and then come around it, kind of like a merry-go-round. Whereas I think the guys on that low and inside pitch should try to work more vertical, kind of like a Ferris wheel, right? So I think that, Bellinger does this much better than Peterson. And again, he starts really flat, but watch where he gets when he lands, because he's actually still up with his bat, right? And that allows him the ability to turn it deep toward the catcher as his leg and his hip open, back toward the catcher's mitt, and it's much more vertical, and so he can get to that low and inside pitch without dropping his hands excessively, and he does a great job of finishing his turn and moving explosively. So we talked about folding. Watch how he unfolds. So by the time he gets here, from his back knee through his up through his spine, he's really unfolded. He's really unfolded right there. So that's, again, a little bit tough to see from this back view, but I think an important move to understand if you're a hitter. Now watch how his back foot is going to pull forward. Again, that happens as he's going to turn his hips here, but then he's going to thrust his hip up and out, and that's when the back foot really moves. And then, like a lot of the other hitters that we saw, like Sanchez, Blackman, and some of the others, he really leans over that back leg as a kickstand. So we always talk about the Griffey finish, the swingman finish, and that's really what we're talking about here, in balancing at the end, leaning toward the back leg and holding. Bellinger is a young player who's got a really bright future ahead of him. He's taking the league by storm. I think I saw something crazy, like he hit, I don't know, something like 13 home runs in June. I might be butchering that stat, but it might even be the wrong month. But it was a month in the baseball season where he just absolutely torched it and lit it up. And he's got a swing that plays, and I don't see a lot of holes in his swing where he'll struggle. consistently. So, some people will say that maybe he has too much head movement because he starts so tall and then has to get down there, and I guess that remains to be seen, but it seems like he's handling it pretty well. And again, I think that bat angle really helps him hit lower pitches, which is a big key because that's where every pitcher is usually trying to throw it. And so if you can handle that, then you're going to have a good career. Just ask Mike Trout, just ask Chris Bryant. Those guys are doing pretty well. So, thanks for watching this swing breakdown and all the breakdowns of the Home Run Derby this year. It was one of the best of the last 15, 20 years with the monsters that were in it. So, hope you guys enjoyed it.